Friday, June 11th. I know it's been more than a week, but I've been gone all week. Went to Florida to visit my sisters, and I brought my nephew and niece back along with the grandkids, which I took down there. But my sister asked me to bring her boss a tomato plant, a full size. I would have gladly taken him one of the smaller cherries, but with having all the kids in my little car and myself, the five, and hauling stuff. Anyway, I just grabbed the bucket from over here that didn't already have a cage because that left me some flexibility. But I didn't realize, as I was carrying it, I noticed that the top had been eaten up, and there was a hornworm just sitting at the, just perched on one of the stems. And then we came back and found loaded with hornworms. I found 3 more today, but my husband's been getting them off as he finds them. And you can see where that tomato got eaten on the bottom by one, but just left it there. But he was thrilled with the plant, and it's recovering fine. And he was going to plant it in his garden, so it wasn't going to stay in the bucket anyway. But I had totally neglected to look for that, and with them all crowded in here, these little munched out parts weren't as obvious. So now the chickens are eating them. Oh, see, that one's started to ripen, but it's been eaten off of. So the chickens will probably end up with those. And got back yesterday and so behind with everything. So we got a lot of little cherry or grape tomatoes to harvest. The sweet potatoes are doing great, really great, and they need to be buried some more along with the red potatoes. And I started some sunflowers, and these are okra, so they're doing fine. But the ones that are still in the container, see, these have gotten leggy, trying to compete with each other. And the salad mix is doing well, and the perillas are coming up. So by the time my sisters come up, that's probably an amaranth, I think, that big one in there. But when my sisters come up, she can take some of these back with her and have some fresh perilla. That's something she likes to use a lot. And first time growing the purple, so I'm definitely going to grow them for seed too. The chestnuts are doing great, but I need to come in here, and if I don't run out of energy, come in here and weed and move these and just get them situated better. And this is a sun jewel melon. It's an Asian type that I grew up eating. It's very thin-skinned. I saw it mislabeled as a Sprite melon, but when I did the research, it's a sun jewel. So, and then watermelon. Lavender's doing great. The comfrey is doing really well. Now, these are making runners like crazy, like they did when the first year I planted this variety. And I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's an it's not a one-time, everything comes to fruit and then that's it for this season. It just continually goes all year round. Warm months, hot months, all year, all summer. And it was getting hard to get all the runners positioned, so I've got another wall that I'm making. So I moved the plants and try to weigh the runners down so that they'll root. And I'm going to dismantle those over there and bring them over here to start rooting. Well, and then I brought one of the plants over and I realized that the kiwi plant that was in there, I thought was dead when I transplanted the strawberry in there. And so I thought, oh, okay, I want the kiwi. And they all need to start being put in the big buckets too, or planted. And eventually I'm going to have them planted in the ground where the buckets are now. So doing things in stages, moving things around. I think I played too much Farmville. I confess to that. Even though I hadn't played it in 2 years, it's still having its effect on me. And I didn't even see this runner. Good, that'll fit right there. So I'll weigh that down and push that in, and in a couple of weeks, if not sooner, they'll be rooted. But these are already, see, there's a nice one that'll be ripe soon. And they don't even make it into the house. We just rinse them off and enjoy. But you go away for a week and things are going to die. I think my zucchini plants have just had it, which is fine. I think I'm zucchini'd out. I got plenty dried, and people are now giving me squash and zucchini from their gardens. I don't say no. I've learned to quit saying no to things, even if I don't need it. If I can pass it on to someone or use it in a different way, or but it was a point of pride more often than not to say no to things when people are offering you free things. Say yes. Sure, if I can't use it, I'll pass it on to someone who can, or find some different things to do. We're also getting zucchini through the co-op, the produce co-op that we belong to, so I know we're still going to have a lot of fresh zucchini even if I don't have my plants. My son's boss sent us a couple of bags of zucchinis and yellow squashes that I think I'm going to make relish or something out of them tonight if I get a chance to. So strawberries are being, back to the strawberries, they're being transplanted over here, and this has stood up all week. Real bad storms. My husband didn't have to water but one time while I was gone because of it was just raining most of the week that I was gone up here. In fact, he got the worst from that tropical storm Colin, or I'm not even keeping up with that. That's so bad. But anyway, he got more up here than I did in Jacksonville. So, and I missed it traveling down there and coming back. It's like very light rain that I got at all. Oh, those apples, and I'm pretty sure that the roses are dead except for maybe two of them might make it, but at this point that's okay. I'll try again later. But doing that kind of stuff and having to leave, and I wasn't going to tell my husband, special instructions for this or that. I wasn't going to do that to him. I was grateful for him just being able to water and get the hornworms off the plants when he saw them. That was great. But I don't even want to go up there to my orchard and see what's happened to the zucchinis and cucumbers, and there's probably some cucumbers I can pick too. But thought I'd share this. So all this is getting moved. Some of them are going to be harder to move because they've got several, and if they hadn't rooted and I can't detach them, I'll just let them be. So the ones underneath has to stay too. But this one doesn't even have any runners off of it, so I can just move that no problem. Oh. And definitely, I want to say again, especially in places where it gets really hot, afternoon shade. Even though instructions may say they need 12, 14, 16 hours of daylight to thrive, that may be the case. But I have found that a lot of my produce, my garden, with afternoon shade, especially after 3 o'clock, the height of the heat is usually 4 and 5 here. So if the plants are already in a nice cool area that's starting to cool off before that time, it makes a difference. And I think that ginger is alive. I'm not sure about the other two. And I got cilantro coming up. I killed the cilantro plants I bought. I didn't mean to. And I bought a lavender and seeded lavender. Because I love lavender. But I've not done well with that. And I think that's it. So, catch up from going to Florida. Thanks for watching.